If you've been searching for a Google Ads tutorial that actually works for local service businesses, then you're in the right place. In this video, I'm going to walk you through a real world case study showing how we use Google Ads to help a hypnotherapy clinic generate dozens of leads fast. But this isn't just for hypnotherapists. Whether you're a cleaning business, electrician, a plumber, you run an HVAC company, or a dental office, this Google Ads strategy will show you how to attract more local clients, lowering your cost per lead, and as a result, increasing your profits. So stick around. Hi, I'm Marcus Svedin, and I've managed over $4 million in Google ad spend, helping local businesses build Google ad marketing processes that generate profit fast using my simple system called the Click the Client Blueprint. And if you would like this blueprint for free and on demand, just comment Click the Client below and I'll send it your way. No email required. Okay, so here we are. We are inside Julie's ad account. And basically, this is from the 10th of June to the 8th of July, 2025. And this is essentially the testing phase, right? These are results just from our testing. So as you can see here, she's running a quit smoking campaign and she's gotten over this month right here. She's gotten 42 conversions, 42 book calls for almost $19, almost a 10% conversion rate to a booked call. And this is just the testing phase of, my Click the Client blueprint. So what exactly does the Click the Client blueprint look like, and how can you get these very similar results for your business? So essentially, you have three steps, right, in the blueprint. The first step is not creating your ads or your campaigns or campaign settings or none of that. It's your website. It's your landing page. It's creating or having a website or landing page that is simple, that is clean and easy to navigate. Someone can figure out who you are, how you can help them, and how they can contact you all within 3 seconds. So what does that look like? Let me show you. So here's basically what I'm talking about. All right. So this page right here is generating a 10% book call rate for her Google ad traffic. As you can see here, it's very simple, it's very clean, and you can quickly see, what she offers and how you can contact her within 3 seconds. All right. This is what you get. This is what she can do for you. And this is how you contact her. Now, the most important part of your landing page or your website is going to be above the fold. And that is above the fold means above this bottom section down here. So once I have to scroll, right, you're no longer above the fold. You're now going below the fold. Up here is the most important part, right? Now normally you'd want like a phone number up here, maybe a bit of like your Google Ads 5-star ratings, whatever, just for some social proof. But she just wants people to give them the name, email, phone number, and then book a call. She's got some content here to warm up the traffic, and then she's got some case studies here. And that's it. That right there is all you basically need is who you are, how you can help them, how they can contact you, and social proof. Social proof will sell your business more than anything else. So that's the first part of this process, is having an optimized landing page that's going to start converting straight away. Now, the second part of this blueprint is actually sending traffic to your landing page or to your website. And you want to do that through Google Ads. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to jump over back to my screen and I'm going to show you how to build out your Google ad campaigns so it starts sending you profitable traffic right out the gate. Okay, here's how this works. I make free content for you. I know exactly what I'm talking about. I have no greasy sales pitch in any of my videos. And if you implement what I teach, your business will make a lot more money and you'll have a better life. So all I ask for in return is that you hit that subscribe button and maybe that notification bell just like that. Thank you. Okay, so you're going to need your Google Ads account. If you haven't done already, you need to go create a Google Ads account. Once you create your Google Ads account and you have your conversion tracking set up and your landing page set up, you're then ready to start building out your campaigns. So to do this properly, okay, the first thing is don't really listen to any Google ad like recommendations or any specialist recommendations because all they want to do is take your money. So to do this properly, right? Once you're in your account, you want to go to new campaign. Then what we want to do is we could choose our objective. The objective is going to be leads. Then this is where you will have your conversion tracking. So right now we're just our goals and we want to submit a lead form and phone call leads. Right. Those are the goals that we want to pick. Go to continue. Okay. So once we chose our conversion goals, then we want to go to set our campaign type, and that is going to be search. Once we have a lot of conversion data with our search campaigns, later on, we can then run more performance max campaigns, and they work really well, but we need a ton of conversion data. So for now, we're going to stick with our search campaigns. Down here, how we can reach our goal, right? This is going to be our website visit. This is going to be people who are going to visit your website, right? Now they do have phone call type campaigns, but phone call campaigns don't work as well, and they're super, super expensive. So don't worry about those ones. So right here, we're asked you to put your website. You don't have to put anything here. All this does is Google will basically just give you some recommendations for your keywords and your ad copy later on. But I don't like to listen to Google because they just like to take my money and not help me get more leads. Your campaign name, you can name it whatever you want, whatever your naming convention is. That's fine. It's not a big deal. Continue. Right. So what we want to focus on initially, we don't want to focus on conversions. All right. We want to go with clicks. Right. And we'll actually change this later on as well. We want to set a maximum cost per click bid limit. So once you've done your keyword research, you'll see what the minimum maximum keyword bids are. I like to go with the minimum bid. Okay. And maybe like 10, 20 cents higher than that. Right. And usually you'll get plenty of traffic. So for this case, I'll just do $1.50. In most cases, it's pretty conservative. Now, once you have your bid limit, we don't want to bid for new customers only. So we go to next. All right. So up here, it has this is recommended and this is recommended. And this is what I'm talking about. These are traffic traps. You do not want to advertise on search partners, and you definitely do not want to advertise on the display network. Okay. The search partners is basically YouTube and other partners or websites that Google doesn't tell you about, right? Well, I just know that it's YouTube. They don't actually tell you who their other partners are, okay? We don't want to advertise on these. So we'll leave those two blank. Locations, okay? What you want to do here is, depending on, where you are, I like to do advanced search, and then I like to do a radius around my particular location. Okay. So just say I'm in Orlando, Florida. Okay. I'll do a 20-mile radius around Orlando, Florida, and that's what I'll include. Right. So basically, what's the radius that you service around where your home base is? I mean, if you're more of an online type of service, then you can just do throughout the whole country. But you usually want to do a radius around a particular address or city. Hit save. Now, this is super vital, okay? What you want to do is come here and you want to click on presence. See how this says recommended again? It's freaking bullcrap. Presence or interest basically is saying that anyone that is interested in your location, okay? So if you live in a major city or near a major city, or you service in a major city, or maybe you can do all of the US, all right? You don't want to advertise to people who are interested in the US or who are interested in Orlando, Florida. You want to advertise to people who are regularly in those locations. Because if you pick this, you could be getting people in Zimbabwe, Djibouti, or, Australia, or whatever. Okay. We want people who are in these locations regularly. Okay. So super vital that you have just presence, not presence or interest. Languages, obviously, whatever your language is spoken the most in that area, you want to pick that. Audience segments, I don't worry about that. Barometric keywords, don't worry about that right now either. And all these settings here, we want to leave as is. Hit next. Okay. So this is basically Google trying to create your ads for you and your keywords. I don't like doing that. I like doing it myself. I know better than Google when it comes to, my copy, my audience and whatnot. So we'll skip. So here we are. This is where we will do our Google keywords. So in this instance, we're going to say do hypnotherapy. So, and say it's hypnotherapy for smoking. Now, there's really only two main keywords and match types they really only one keyword and two match types that I like to use. And that is like what service you offer in like your location. So electrician in Orlando, or, Orlando roofers, or hypnotherapist in Orlando, or something like that. Okay. Med spas, in Orlando, HVAC Orlando. What you can do is I would just do this hypnotherapy or smoking. Julie can do the whole country. So hypnotherapy for smoking. And then I'll do this. Same thing. And that's it. That's really all you need is phrase match and exact match. So for those who don't know what phrase match and exact match are, basically phrase match are any search terms that people are typing into Google that are similar to what this is. Because hypnotherapy for smoking. So what happens is you could show up for keywords around like your competitors' names. So if you have a competitor, a lot of times your ad will show up on theirs. So you want to add them as a negative keyword. Or if it's a course, or it's like done for you, or it's, those sorts of keywords your ad can show up for. Okay. So phrase match is anything that's similar to what this is. Exact match is other search terms that are extremely close to what this search term is. It used to be a lot simpler, but they've changed it. So phrase match is similar to this, and exact match is any search terms that is really, really close to what this is. So it could be hypnotherapy for smoking in Orlando, or hypnosis for smoking, or hypnotherapy for smoking near me. It'd be those sorts of keywords. And that's it. That's really all you need. You don't need 1,000 friggin' keywords and search terms because you're not going to show up in all of them. You just need one or two really, really good ones, and then do phrase match and exact match. And that's it. That's all you need. So next step is our ad. Okay. This is what the people are going to see when our ad shows up. So right here, this is where we'll put our URL. So I'll just put www.hypnoforsmoking.com. Obviously, I just made that up off the top of my head. So what you want to do in your ad is you want to try and have your keyword, right, in there at least 3 times. Okay. Or your main keyword in there at least 3 times. So this one's going to be hypnosis for smoking or hypnotherapy for smoking. Okay. So what you can do here is you can do hypnosis or hypnotherapy, and then here, smoking. All right. So what you want to do is the reason why you want to do this is because it increases your ad rank. It increases your ad relevance to the keyword you're marketing on, right? So you want your ad to have, and it needs to feel natural. Okay. You just can't put, the keyword in there a million times, right? No, it needs to feel natural. So hypnotherapy, smoking, all right. Here we can do a call. So we'll just plunk our call number there. All right, that'll be your phone number that you can add. That will show up here on your ad. And then basically you want to try and fill out every single headline. All right. So we'll do hypnotherapy for smoking. So we do hypnosis for smoking. And do hypnotherapy for smoking. All right. You can do the stop smoking with hypnosis. Yeah, perfect. All right. So you want to try about a few of those. And then what I like to do is I like to pin them. Pin one, pin one, and pin one. So that's going to pin those in position one. So what's going to happen is someone's going to type in, hypnotherapy for smoking near me, or, hypnotherapy for smoking in Orlando, or whatever the city is. And the first thing they're going to see, right, is this particular headline. Okay. That's headline number one. So the next one I'll do is I like to do my business name. Okay. So, my business name for this one could be hypno, hypno smoker, the hypno smoker, or something like that. Okay. Just trying to pull it out of my head. All right. I like to put that in position too. So they basically see hypnosis for smoking and then the name of my business. Now, another thing I like to put in my number two headline is like a special offer. Okay. So you could put free 30-minute consult. Oh, no, or not free, complimentary. Complimentary. Okay, if I can't spell, guys, sorry. Complimentary 30-minute consult. All right. So boop, and I'll put that number two. So either try and put your business name there, or if you have a special offer going on, all right, yeah, put that there for number two. And then the rest of them, what I like to do for the rest of them is just put okay, quit smoking in 4 sessions or something like that. So it could be, or, it could be online and virtual sessions. Yeah, online and virtual sessions. Okay. So you want to try and fill out all the rest of these. And it just could be other bits and pieces, but you want to try and have them relevant to your keywords. Okay. So now I'll put those as 3. And you want to fill out all 15. All 15. Okay. Now up here, it may say ad strength average, or, for ad strength good. Okay. That's fine. All right. It may even say ad strength poor. That's fine. I have gotten plenty of good results, fantastic results with an ad strength that says poor. Right. So don't worry too much about up here. Now, the descriptions. Okay. Description is very easy. You want to try and use every single description here. And what you want to put here is, let's see, give us any ideas here. Nope, no ideas. If you put your website in earlier, sometimes they can get ideas off your website. But here, description, become a non-smoker in just 4 sessions. Sessions are available online or in person. Okay. Or you could put like other different special offers you have going on. You could put, like any like social proof. So like ratings. So with, 547 plus 5-star ratings, we know how to help you kick the habit, or stuff like that. Okay. So you want to fill up every single description. Again, you want to try and have in here hypnotherapy for smoking. So do I have in there? Okay. Non-smoker with hypnosis. Sessions available online. Okay. And sweet. Perfect. Cool. All right. And then what you want to do is you want to put your business name here. So, the hypnosis for smokers. Okay. That's the name of my business. Put your logo there. Site links. So if you have site links, so if you have like testimonials, like a page of just testimonials, or page like with just your services, you can link them here. In many cases, I just have it's a funnel. It's got the landing page. There's no links to any other pages, and they just go from page 1 to page 2 to page 3. Okay. So, but if you have site links, so if you have other pages like testimonial pages, services pages, you can link them here. That's fine. It's not super vital. Okay. Call outs, you can do call outs. These are like if you got specials going on, that sort of thing. That's cool. Again, it's not super vital, right? Once you're done there, then hit next. Okay. Set your budget. So what I like to do is I like to try to do at least $25 a day. That's about $1,000 a month. And that will give you a really good amount of data for your process, for your marketing system. We then hit next. Okay, so then what I do now is it just go through all your campaign settings, all your ads, and it just checks for errors. Takes a couple minutes. Okay, and then so once it's gone through its review process, then what we're gonna do is we then want to hit publish campaign. Okay, so at this screen right here, basically it just says, your ads do go live 1 to 2 business days. They should be approved. In my experience, it takes at most a day. Sometimes it takes like 6, 12 hours, but that's it. Then after that, hit next. All right, so now we're back to our overview screen. And then we can find our campaign right here. So what I'm gonna pause this for now. Actually, so no, what you wanna do next, okay, is you actually want to go into here, go to so click on your campaign. So I'll go back to it again. So click on your campaign. Okay, up here, campaign settings. And then what we want to do is we actually want to change our bid strategy again. Okay, so our bidding, we want to change bid strategy. So they don't show this to you during the actual creation process. It's really annoying, but we want to go here. It says not recommended. I recommend it. So you want to select the bid strategy directly, not recommended. All right. So we don't want to do maximize clicks. We actually do manual CPC. That allows us to optimize how much we spend on particular keywords. So if we're showing up for certain keywords that aren't converting, right? Then we can say, like, I'm going to have a bid of 0 on this, or 1 cent on this, or something like that. Okay. So let me hit save. And then we want to then go back. We want to hit Control F5. Okay. And here's our default CPC. So we want to change that to $1.50. Hit save. Save twice. Okay. And so what that allows you to do is later on, when we go to the optimization phase, and I'll show it to you in a second, you can then bid more on specific search terms, right? Or less on specific search terms. So if we go into our ad level, or start here, okay, you have these right here. Okay, you can bid more on these, or you can bid less on those. And if you later on, when you get a report, you can also bid more or less on specific search terms. Okay, so now that your campaign's set up, you've now run about $1,000, okay, to your campaign. Now we need to optimize, all right? So this is the process. You need to be patient, all right? And now we need to optimize. So how do we optimize? Well, let me jump to another account and I'll show you exactly how we do that. Okay, so here we are. We are back in Julie's account. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go into her old campaign that we've now paused. So this is her old one, and this is the new one that we've actually just created at the time of this recording. And so we're gonna go into here, to our old one. We then go down to her keywords. So what you wanna do is you want to look at the search terms you're showing up for on these particular keywords. So we click on up here, keyword. We then go to search terms. In the search terms, it's going to show us a whole slew of different search terms that we've shown up for. And as you can see, I think we've done, there's a fair few here, but we actually have had excluded a whole number of them here somewhere. Oh, there we go. Yep. Okay, so how much is it? So this is what we look at. We want to look for these search terms that we don't want to advertise on. So you don't want to advertise on competitor names. You don't want to advertise on like free or cheap, or you don't advertise on like done for you, those sorts of things. So for here, how much is it? Okay, free stop smoking hypnosis. So free, how much is it? That's more investigation type keywords. We want to advertise to people who are looking for a solution, right? Not who are seeking, who are looking for a hypnosis solution who aren't, considering it. Okay. How much is, what else we got here? Let's go by 500. How much is, do, do, do. Does hypnosis work? Okay. Does hypnosis work for stop smoking? So you want to go through here every day, at least for the first 2 weeks, and look at your search term report. Okay. And then click on, just say we find we don't like. Let's see here. Cost. You click on it, you go to add as a negative keyword, right? And if you don't have a list already, you create a negative keyword list, okay? Save as a new list. So if you don't have one, you want to click on save, right? Enter your list name here. So I just call it negative keyword list, right? And it'll save it to that list. In this case, we already have one, which is our hypnosis for smoking negative keywords. And then we hit save. So you want to do that every single day for the first 2 weeks. And what this is going to do is that's then going to train Google, right, to have your ad only show up for specific keywords, right? Now, what you want to do is our bid strategy right now is a manual CPC. We do not want to be at that forever, right? Once you have about 50 or close to 50 conversions on your campaign, you then want to go and switch to a maximize conversion bid strategy. Okay. So how do you do that? I'm glad you asked. So we have a number of conversions now. We're now ready to go to our maximize conversion bid strategy. And so what that will do is Google now understands who is going to convert on your website, the type of people that are going to book a call with you or make a phone call to your business. So what you want to do next is we go to campaigns. Okay. We then click on our campaign. We then click on campaign settings. Okay. And then under here, bidding, you click on that one and you click on bids, change bid strategy, right? So previously we went into here, right? Now we want to go into conversions up here, right? Now, I don't know why that's been set, but that should not be set like that. Okay. You don't want to do target cost per action just yet. That's for later on. When you have a few hundred conversions, then we can look at this one here. It's a bit more advanced. Okay. But for now, we just want to do conversions. It's safe. And that will set it for maximize conversions. So once you have about 50 or so, or close to 50 conversions, you then go to maximize conversions. Okay. And then that's it. That's basically how you optimize. It's not very difficult. It's not very fancy, but that's how you're going to optimize your campaigns for success. Now, this is just one example of what's possible when you have a proper Google Ads strategy, and it's the core of what I teach in my Click to Climb blueprint. If you would like to learn how to do this for your own business, you can grab the blueprint by commenting Click to Climb below, and I'll send it your way. No strings attached. And if you found this content helpful, the best way that you can support me is by hitting that thumbs up, subscribing, and clicking that bell. I don't sell you stuff. I just make content that helps your business grow. And I'll see you in the next video.